Hello, and welcome back to Tier 2 here at CRR. We are at Imola today, and as always, I am joined by my co-commentator, CMS.
Hello, hello, hello! We're back with Tier 2 racing around Imola, and right now it is a light cloud with 10 of CRR's finest. Who are we watching the LFO? T-Mac. T-Mac
Yep.
is out.
T-Mac is indeed the first out, and also one of our new rookies.
Yeah.
We have quite a few rookies joining recently, both in Tier 1 and Tier 2, so it is going to be quite exciting. I mean, we're only in
Yeah,
round
the
2 right
grids.
now, so we're doing real good.
2 of 23, and the grids are filling up quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so fastest lap, or... yeah, fastest lap. And then best and full. There we go.
And interesting approach that we've not. I think we've maybe seen it once so far, but an approach that we don't see often. T-Mac going out on the mediums for his first run.
Yeah, so there's a couple of reasons why someone might want to do this. Is one, they have the wrong tire compound and just want to save fresh softs towards the end of quali. Another reason is they don't have a whole lot of practice on a dry track per se, and just want to see how the mediums feel before the race, and just want to see what the grip is like. Of course, the track will not be rubbered in, especially not for him as he's the first one out. Going through the first chicane, 2, 3, 4, now into the chicane of 5, 6, a really fast flick. Hairpin coming up next. How does he take this? Shallow or deep? There's a couple lines you can take through here. It's a nice late apex and early on the power. Ooh, a wiggle though. Keeps a hang of it. Of course, it's much harder to heat up those mediums as compared to the soft, so he'll have that on his mind. But this is his hot lap as ERS is burning. Now for the final chicane, where it's so easy to invalidate a lap. And he seems to have taken that tidily. So our first time, representative or not, it will be on mediums, but this guy's no slouch. Using up all the track limits that he can without invalidating. It's a quick way to get around somewhere. To the line, what do we got as a banker lap from T-Mac? 1:16.3, okay. That's not bad at all on a medium.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. Considering that some softs go the high 115s, so that's a pretty good lap. And I mean, there's at least probably a whole lot of few tens to gain there.
For
So
sure, yeah.
yeah, that's a real good banker.
Matthew and Gino unable to find those 10s so far, both setting times in the 17s, so it really goes to show how well of a job Mac did putting that lap together, being the first guy out on track. Of course, everybody's got to get comfortable after sitting in the driver's lobby, kind of icing them, as they say in other sports. So just getting back to the getting used to the feel of the vehicle and getting used to the limits and the feeling of where they can push and what the car is going to allow.
Yeah, Zoom set his first lap there. However, he didn't validate, so he's going for a second run here. He is using ERS, so he didn't recharge his ERS at all. He decided to just go and full send it and see what time he can get, or maybe he just forgot to maybe do a recharge lap. He might just be going in. But we'll see in a moment's time here. He's going into Sector 3 now. Or did I understand that wrong? Was he on a lap?
Well, I think the thing with Imola is there's not a whole lot of the lap that
Oh
you're
yeah.
actually spending at full throttle. Like, yeah, there's a lot of fast corners and a lot of tight sections that make it hard to overtake on, but the braking zones are not that heavy, so it's not hard to, or it's not easy to recharge the battery, but you're also not using a lot of it every lap. Even with hot lap on, you're maybe using anywhere between 40 and 60%
Yeah.
realistically.
So
But Z-Man is on the board now, again in that
yep.
mid 17, right above Daniel.
We got Penzer and we got Sibes on an outlap now. I believe Sibes is coming out of the pits. Or no. Oh, sorry. I was reading out. Lunar's on an outlap.
I see Nerdy has loaded up his fuel tank with a bunch of laps. He's disallowed his first lap, but I imagine ERS is on now, and he'll be going again for a second time lap, and hopefully not invalidating it there, as he did start a sector 2 on his first attempt.
Yep.
So far, it's nothing but big gaps on track for drivers to give each other space, which is always good to see.
He took a lot of that curbing going on turn 1, so that could definitely have caused a little bit of disruption on his time there. And
Perhaps.
he also stated in the chat today that he's going to be trying out cockpit cam. So
Yeah, I mean, everyone's always open to try out whatever assist restrictions turning off or different lines, different points of view, of course. That's all up to you when you join this league. Tier 1, of course, is no restrictions. We allow automatic gears for those on controller, just for one less button to think about, but corner line only otherwise.
oh, there he
So
is. The board, the lap there.
I'm seeing T-Mac is on an outlap again on mediums.
Oh,
Now, of course, there's no way that these mediums are fresh. Like, these will be his same tires that he ran the first quali lap on. What's he trying to get out of them this time, do you think?
um, oh, goes onto the grass there.
Yeah, big
Um,
lock up there.
but I'm not sure. Maybe I don't really know. I don't really know of any reason to go out on the mediums again. Maybe he just wants to save more sets for the other qualies, but we're only doing a short quali, so this is the only quali that
Maybe the idea is to do a soft medium in the race and kind of get rid of the aspect of tire wear, do a two-stop, and just have some faster tires for the race.
that could very much
Could be a strategy, yeah.
see coming through sector. Yeah, so he's 7/10 up on this lap right now. So not improving currently. Ooh, Uncle Gino retired. Why would that be? And the kid's gonna come through here now, so let's see. Oh, I think
Oh,
the
that was oh shoot, that was Gino that was stopped for T Mac there, and I think it was because he was sat still too long.
oh,
So that was the game retiring him for him. So unfortunate there for Gino, but yeah, that's the thing. You do kind of just have to stay rolling. Unfortunately, it's something the game doesn't allow us for you to come to a full stop during quali, because then you sound like a hazard, and yeah.
already getting really close to invalidating his lap there. However, he does
Yeah,
come
luckily
across
just
the
losing
line.
some delta time.
Ooh, not a great lap from
I say
Uncle.
luckily losing delta time, but yeah, that's not obviously a good representative time for Nerdy. I think he's still in his same set of softs that he initially left the pits with, so
And he could
I
also
imagine
come
he'll be
across
bringing
the
it in.
line.
And oh, Hemi slots himself third at 17.4. Okay, so two guys still yet to set a lap. That's Panzer and Sibes. They haven't left the pits yet. I wonder if they've somehow disconnected and lead an invite. I'll send them one just preemptively.
Uncle Gino putting in chat saying apologizing to Nerdy. So maybe Nerdy was a little blocked on that lap. I'm not sure, but also have Zoom coming out again, so he's gonna try and improve on his time.
Track's looking busy right now. We only got 8 minutes left, which again, that's plenty of time to get in and out and around and in and out and around. And
Matthew going
But
5 tenths quicker there on his lap.
yeah, we're getting into crunch time, and Matthew's now creeping into T-Max territory for the pace there in the mid-16s.
However, he's still 2 tenths off the medium runs. That is crazy.
That banker lap that he put in, yeah.
And let's see here. Yeah, so Zoom's on an out lap, so
Oh,
we'll
Sibes is
jump on
finally
board
on an
here.
out lap too. Yeah, let's watch Zoom. Watch his E-Man.
Waiting for Panzerosa to come out. He still has to set a lap. All right, coming down the main straight now. Zoom starting his lap. Didn't activate
Believe it or
DRS
not,
there.
that little kink there, that little right, is technically turn one.
Oh wow.
It acts a lot of like the turn two at Austria, the same little kink down the straight that, of course, is flat, and it'd be flat in any road car, let alone a Formula One car. So I guess just to build up your quota of turns that Formula One might need you to hit, but yeah, Imola, of course, a very tight track, not known for its overtaking opportunities. Thinking back to that famous Alonso Schumacher battle, where Alonso was reportedly 2 seconds faster than Alonso, but couldn't get by due to Alonso's defensive driving. There's two ways to go about this track, whether you want to set a ridiculously fast quali lap and kind of sacrifice a little bit of race pace and just hold people off. However, with the aid of DRS on a dry track like we have now, that's a lot harder to do.
Zoom coming down the last few corners here. He did mess up through that fast right-hander in the middle part of the lap there. So we'll see. Oh, yeah, he goes in.
When he's aborted, I see. Okay. Making sure that he has time to come back out again.
Let's
I
jump
mean, there's
aboard
5.5
Sibes
minutes
here.
left, so he certainly does have time.
Yeah. Also, Sibes was on an out lap just before we started watching Zoom. Or sorry, after we watched Zoom. And he is now coming to the end of his lap. He is not invalidated yet, so that's a good sign.
We do rag on the sound of the F1 engines this game, but the Red Bull does sound good. It's not realistic, but it does sound good in this game.
Yeah.
17-1 for Sibes puts him fourth. Pretty much the whole field in the 17s, except for Nerdy's unrepresentative time. And the three monsters sitting in the mid-16s at the moment. T-Mac has done 4 laps on his mediums and still holds that P1 spot as he begins his next lap still on mediums. So he's clearly confident in his quali pace right now, as I believe that is Nerdy in front of him. Let's see if he manages to get out of the way here.
Yep,
Yeah,
he
pulling
does.
off to the left there. Our drivers, of course, so mindful and aware of everybody. Oh, and T-Max invalidated his
Oh!
lap.
Jumping right on board with Panzer. Having a moment through that slow chicane, that tight slow chicane. Not sure, just at the beginning of sector 3.
Yeah, the curbs are so high there. It's really hard to maintain a good balance with the car when you want to take that so tight and so narrow.
And he
And
jumps
opting to
into
come back in the pits. I imagine everybody here that's in the pits is waiting for that sub 3 minutes, just over 2 minute mark to get out and get one final out lap and a flyer in.
Well, we do
But
see, I think that's Hemi Kid or Matthew coming. Yeah, Hemi Kid's coming out right now.
okay, so he's reckoning, you know what, I want a clear track, no traffic. And he's got just that in front of him at the moment. I reckon this order could change a lot in the final runs here. Everybody seems very tight, and you need just minor improvements to jump up a couple of spots depending on where you are at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, all the way from 4th place down to 7th, we have a pretty close gap. So these guys, actually, oh, well, Uncle Gino is DNF'd, but um, theoretically
Yeah,
all the way
8th
down
place
to
would have been
8th.
in there too.
Yeah.
Nerdy just shy of 2/10 up on his previous best, which would put him in the 18.2 range. Not enough to gain him up a couple of positions at the moment, but who knows whether he's got a quali setup or a race setup under him right now.
Yeah,
Looks
so
clean through sector 2. What's the sector time looking like? What's the split? Well, he's almost half a second up now,
ooh.
so he is improving. I imagine this will be his final run. He has fuel in the car to go around again if he wants to do a charge lap and another fast lap. But of course, that will be on the used soft. Coming across the line, how good was the sector 3?
Oh, wow.
Jumps up to P2! Nerdy, give yourself a pat on the back and a round of applause, pulling that out of absolutely nowhere.
I and I mean, Nerdy said that he got on that lap that was so slow. He said that I believe it
How many kids around?
was.
Oh,
Ooh.
jeez.
I
Sorry.
believe Uncle Gino was the one that actually blocked Nerdy on that lap, and he said he's now having to use a new tire, um, which is changing up his race strat a little bit.
So I wonder if a few people were thinking about soft, medium, or medium, soft, whatever it be, that two-stop strategy. You never know with Tier 2. I mean, you don't get a whole lot of laps in before you get a safety car, as evidenced by this sprint that was incredibly chaotic and a lot of fun to watch
Oh yeah.
last week in Belgium. So maybe that's the way to go, is start on a medium, wait for something to happen, because it seems to be inevitable around such a tight track like this and such a bumpy track like this with all the curves that they've got. Walls are always accompanying you everywhere you go around a track like this. Even though it's not a straight track, it can feel like one at some times. So maybe that is the way to go, is plan a two-stop and just be adaptable.
Yep. Also, quickly check general chat there.
Yep.
And we can see here Matthew finishing up his lap. He was a tenth up in sector 2. Bumps the wall there a bit, and he goes half a tenth up. A tenth and a half, sorry. Tenth and a half goes up, so he's right behind his teammate there.
Oh, and SNM is online right now. I'll send him an invite then.
Sorry. So okay, there. Qualifying. Sorry about that. Qualifying is done. Time is up. We can see who's on the lap still here. We got the Red Bull coming over the line sides. Improves by a 1.4 second.
56! The T-Mac is on
Holy.
softs. Goes 16 plus. I just beat him.
Wow.
Where has that come from, that Red Bull? Oh, and Hemi Kid goes third. These times are dropping.
Wow.
Where are these times coming from?
A 1:15.6. And Taylor not improving
56
much
from
on
times.
those softs.
Well, not much from his banker lap on mediums, no.
Yeah.
I wonder if he had a little moment somewhere else, but wow, that changed quick.
Also, yeah, we've got the mayor jug in now. Do you know anything about SNM?
Yeah, so I sent Demayor Jug an invite, and I sent S&M an invite. I don't know if they've joined the session as of yet.
The
Nothing
mayor
popped up
jug
on my
has.
screen. Demayor Jug has? Okay.
Yes, he's in.
Yeah, if S&M
Taylor
is going to
saying in
join, he'd have
chat,
to be
lost
online right
four
away.
tenths in middle trying no TC. Oh.
Ah, I see. Okay. Just trying to push his own limits instead of the car's limits. So, respect for that.
Yeah, that's still a pretty good time for trying out going from traction control to no traction control.
Yeah, I've never tried medium TC on this game, and I imagine not a lot of people had. Just due to the new handling model. But there you go, you have the split, so 4/10 Sibes clear the field. And then another 6 back to Hemi Kid, Nerdy, just off the top 3. with his amazing lap out of nowhere. Nerdy not known for his qualifying, but puts in a mid 16, which is impressive. So Haas and Alfa Romeo both looking good as a team. Red Bull almost sandwiching the entire grid. Got Lunar down there in 8th, just in front of him, Daniel in 7th. Of course, Z-Man in 6th, and then the back two of Panzer in the Williams and Uncle Gino in the Ferrari. Let's see if Uncle Gino or the two other guys that'll be joining our session, hopefully really soon, can make their way through the field though.
Yeah, I mean those times are looking pretty good for the midfield. Looks like we're in for a pretty close race. I'm not too sure. I think the mayor jug is too late to join the live there. He sent a screenshot with yeah. I don't think yeah, he can't join anymore. That is tough, but the mayor jug real close to joining the lobby, just a little too late.
Yeah, I think that was a work thing, just couldn't get in soon enough. Oh, okay, I just saw Nerdy's message in league chat there. And that would mean that S&M also couldn't get in too.
Yeah, but I think we still have 11, 10 drivers.
10 drivers for
10
sure, yeah.
drivers, so half a grid at least, and
Well, and that just goes to show it could have been 12, just due to unfortunate timing with the long weekend right now. And then another two that couldn't be here due to them planning not to be here, again, due to the long weekend. So, not bad attendance for a tier 2 so early on in the season.
Taylor's saying the mediums feel nice to be honest. So Taylor definitely liking the feel of the mediums there. So we'll see what he chooses in his strategy. Um,
Yeah, sometimes the setup can feel good on one tire and not so good on another. We've seen that in real life. I've felt that in sim racing. So certainly, just preference, driving style, setup could be a number of things. Could be a mixture of things. But
mhm.
if he's feeling good on the medium, that means we're about to see some good race pace. And of course, some people just like tracks more compared to others.
Yeah,
It suits a certain driving style or preference of way to set up a car.
yeah, definitely. I mean, some drivers like more high speed, fast cornering tracks. Some drivers like more slow, relaxed tracks. Um,
Some drivers like the open concept, some drivers like this stuff where it's tight and really technical.
yeah, and you think we're ready to go?
I'll give him another minute.
All right. Just want to go ahead and mute the Discord here.
Oh yeah, if you haven't done that already. Let's find a GIF. Let's be a Z-Man. What do we want the GIF to say?
Zoom or Z-Man always uses the start your engines. What show was that from again?
Oh, I have no idea.
I know it's a car. I know it's some popular car show, I believe.
There we go. Found an office GIF.
Oh, that's a classic. I love The Office.
And of course, us as commentators, as spectators, we don't get to see if anyone's readied up, but of course
Yeah,
no one has because we haven't had, of course, any breakaway to the formation lap.
yeah.
But that beeper means that we are just about ready to go.
Wait, you're getting beeper?
Yeah, I heard a beeper, the countdown beeper of like,
Oh,
oh,
there we
10
go.
seconds left or whatever.
I
So
didn't
here we
get
are.
beeper.
Oh, I have to redo all the telemetry. Enable, enable. What detail do we want? What tire is everyone on? Everyone opting to start with the mediums.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
All right. Okay. So everybody on the mediums for the start here.
Of course, that being the option tire of whether you want to just go long into the race and do a soft stint at the end, or go short into the race and do a hard stint at the end, or a short stint and do soft at the end. Depends what tires were used up during quali.
There we go. Back up to the front
I
here
love
with.
seeing these cars dance. Oh, there you go. There's a possible racetrack. So two-stop, a soft, medium, medium. The game suggests, which I don't think anybody else would suggest. But 32 laps around quite an iconic circuit, one that F1 has come to for a number of years. Couldn't come to this year though, due to the flash flooding.
I absolutely love this. I mean, it's such a little thing, but I love having this background, this backwards looking camera.
Oh,
Especially
just to
when
see the cars? Yeah.
yeah, to see the cars dance.
Oh, see these cars that man, I could clip that up every single time I see it. That looks so cool. You can make edits out of that, no problem. I might even clip that up for Royal to make an edit out of. Well, that was another driver I forgot about. Jeez, we could have had almost a full grid in Tier 1 on Friday. For those that don't know, Tier 1 races Fridays, 9:30 EST, are lobby open, so watch for Twitch starting about 9:40 for to get a little preview, I guess, of what the quick times are going to look like, what Tier 2 can aim for.
Oh,
Of course,
Taylor
amazing
doing a
commentary to be... Oh, yeah, a failed 360.
yep.
Yeah, the commentary of Tier 1 races Friday, of course, is top tier, as it belongs in the top tier. As we have the last car of Uncle Gino approaching the grid, burnouts are done, tires are supposedly warm. What a terrible angle from the back.
Oh yeah, that is one terrible angle right there. Wow.
I'm gonna hop on board with Z-Man and see how this launch goes. 5 lights on, are off, and away we go! Great launch for the guys on the racing line. All the guys start on even positions. How do we look into turn 1? Contact free, it seems. Uncle Gino's around though. Turn 3.
Oh. Looks like everybody else got away pretty cleanly. Oh, zoom off into
Luna's
the
around
gravel
Z-Man.
there.
Just couldn't hold a clean enough line. As Daniel also takes the opportunity and goes around. Nerdy right on the back of Hemi Kid. Of course, not a place to be overtaking though. Matthew seeing Nerdy get a little bent out of shape though. Around the outside of a double right downhill.
Ooh, little bump
It
there.
gets mighty tight between them. And now Lunar takes advantage of that scrap. Jumps up a position on Matthew. And we go 3 wide down this little straight. I guess just 2, but 3 cars were wide there.
Little contact there with
Little
the front
bumps
wing
with
there.
Daniel. Yeah, I think everyone hung on to their wings though.
Yep. Everybody's still good there.
Daniel now looking at the back of the Haas of Matthew, who's right close to the back of Lunar. T-Mac keeping Sibes plenty company down the pit straight.
Oh, and that
And
Williams
Matthew's
is
just gonna pass
flying.
Lunar.
Daniel is flying down the straight.
Daniel dumping overtake, but it clearly has much lower downforce than Matthew. Does he send it into turn 1? No, just backs off a little bit. Lunar, of course, right behind them now, both. Geez, the gaps are still so close on this track. Z-Man right stuck to the back diffuser of Lunar.
Taylor also
Just not
all
quite
over the
able to
back
figure out
of
that second chicane.
that Red Bull.
Yeah, it's going to be a matter of taking a different line, maybe forcing a mistake, just putting in consistent lap times. You can really see the different driving styles and different setup choices that people made going into this race with how people are taking these corners. Where they're pushing, where they're holding back, where they're gaining, where they're losing time. See, man, just forcing Lunar to go just a touch quicker through some of these corners. They're about to end lap 2, and DRS is going to be active now.
Nerdy also all over the back of the other Haas. Zoom looking for a move in the inside. Doesn't quite have enough speed through there. However, he's going to be
Overtake
dunking
on
a
for
little
both
bit of
Lunar and
overtake.
Z-Man. Z-Man gets a slipstream. Gets pinched to the wall, but finds a gap anyway. And in comes Panzer into the conversation. How's this going to turn out? Red Bull goes up the inside. Z-Man couldn't get the move done. Panzer to give him a switchback. Oh, there's contact with Z-Man! And Z-Man gets a 5-second penalty.
Yeah. Zuma
Surely not. Oh, and Uncle Gino's back in the conversation now. Gino gaining 2 positions, just that easy.
Jumping back up. Doesn't look like Nerdy has been able to make the move yet.
No, but he's still very, very close to Hemi, who's fallen off of the front 2 of Sibes and T-Mac. T-Mac gets closer and closer to Sibes every time we go to this tight chicane, but Sibes gets great exits every time we leave it.
Is T-Mac looking for a move here? Not quite. What's it going to look like down the straight? Does he have the slipstream enough low downforce to get some high speed?
DRS on now.
Yep. He's
Overtake
flying.
not even needed. Sibes doesn't defend it, he lets him by. You got 27 more laps to fight. He's gonna let him have the position for now. Nerdy's still unable to make a move stick on Hemi Kid. Z-Man gets past Panzer. Oh, his Panzer's gone into the pits. I imagine to fix the wing.
Yeah, and luckily Zoom didn't get any wing damage from that.
Oh, I wonder if he has floor damage. Because he was hitting the side. Floor or side pod damage that would really hurt the drag down that front straight. So Panzer onto the hards now. He will get out and not get lapped. Do a little onboard of Nerdy, still stuck behind actually the Season 2 champion Hemi Kid. Nerdy clearly finding a ton of pace in this year's game. Season 3 has been much more kind to him this time around. I don't want to commentate it too much because of the commentator curse, but Nerdy is driving beautifully at the moment. Hemi Kid a little wide into the penultimate corner.
Oh,
Nerdy all over the back of him. T-Mac is hit. I wonder if he just couldn't get past Sibes. Oh no, he has already passed Sibes. What am I talking about? So Nerdy clean around the, I guess, up the inside of Hemi Kid. Hemi Kid now following him into the next corner, and Hemi Kid now just leading the, or in the middle of the train with his teammate right behind. And the 2 Haas's battling into the second chicane. No, Matthew turns his DRS off and backs out of that. But Haas now sitting 3rd and 4th, a great race for them. Z-Man has gotten ahead of T-Mac, who's now on the hard tire.
Still got 5 seconds all the way up to Uncle Gino still. However, Nerdy is doing really well for the Alfa Moto team right now.
Yeah, Nerdy getting around Hemi Kid and now pulling in on Sibes, our race leader, our pole sitter. Nerdy's pulling in tenths, sometimes a corner here. Nerdy could be in for a win, and these 2 guys behind him, 2 Haas cars, could also be battling for a win here. And who knows how T-Mac sits at the end of this. How does Panzer 32 seconds off? Did he stop twice?
No.
No, he's just 1 stop. I know they had to change, but still.
I'm not sure.
Oh, Z-Man has 10 seconds worth of penalties. How is that happening? So 1 Haas car goes around the outside of Nerdy. Another one up the inside of Nerdy.
Oh, onto the grass.
He gets a warning for track limits. Well,
wow.
I'm sure that could get a race. But, wow. Aggressive driving there. Everyone aware. Nerdy with a shaky exit, and Matthew takes that opportunity and goes by. Wow, clean driving, though. Hard racing, but clean driving. I like it, boys.
Yep, really well. Really good work from both of them.
And T-Mac has now jumped Z-Man.
Yeah, T-Mac is just flying.
Where am I trying to see? So position change. Ooh, Z-Man a little locked up there.
Yep. Nerdy right behind the Haas. He's going up the outside. I think there's a
But
little
Matthew's
bit of
around!
contact. Yeah, there was contact. Is he gonna
That's
make
a
the turn?
dangerous place to be stopped. So hard not to get in anyone's way. He does get the car turned around as he has a little gap there to the Ferrari of Uncle Gino. Oh, but gut-wrenching for the Haas of Matthew. He's looking so racy. And T-Mac now on the back of Gino. He'll truly grab him down the pit straight as he has 80% battery and Gino looks to be
Oh!
flashing.
Those rear tires of Matthew probably screaming right now.
No, they hadn't cooled off yet.
Yeah, he's really struggling with that.
T-Mac can do fastest lap on hards.
Jeez.
So Uncle Gino has let T-Mac go around as he begins his march back up through the field. So Hemi Kid back ahead of Nerdy and pulled the gap to well over a second. But the gap to Sibes is slowly coming back down. Well, 1.6 now, 1.8 to Hemi. Again, this is another track where you see gaps start to build either down a pit straight with someone who has lower downforce ahead, or through a lot of the tighter corners where someone has higher downforce and can rip through those really nice and quick. Looks like a conga line right now in sector 2 and 3. No! I see a Haas off again and it's Matthew.
Yeah. After that contact, Matthew's struggling a lot
Oh,
with those tires.
those tires will be so warm. His rears are at 110. Those are not going to be hanging on to anything. Clutching on for dear life, I'm sure.
Where do you see that?
On lap 8, I mean, on his onboard, you can kind of look to his steering wheel.
Oh.
It's there, you just got to have good eyes. I reckon you got to get off those and get onto some parts and some cooler tires. Watch for the lockups, watch for the rear lockups again with the brake bias. Yeah, the grip's not there even under braking.
Yeah.
Does he keep going around? No, he will come in. So does he go for a soft now and try to get himself back into the race, or does he go hard and try to do a long stint like T-Mac is doing? He's making great progress. I mean, he's now 4 seconds clear of Gino, who he only passed mere laps ago.
So he's on to the medium, or sorry, hards. And
Sibes has pulled a massive gap back to Hemi Kid. Well, I don't know where Sibes is finding this extra pace from, but he is just free-birding it. What's that song? Freebird? Free riding? I don't know. Sibes is clear of the field right now by 2.6 seconds, and looks to be quite comfortable, putting in good, consistent laps, not challenged. If you look at his tire attempts, he seems to have a very balanced setup.
That gap from Nerdy to Honey Kid is also starting to get big.
So all that action just for us to have 3, 4 second gaps, 6 second gaps all throughout the field.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh, Sibes has a bit of a moment through the second chicane. A little bit of rear locking.
For some in chat, this is an old message I forgot to read, but he said Nerdy doing well tonight. I hope he doesn't make any unforced errors. And then he said, good call, Matthew. Hards is the way to go to salvage the remainder of the race.
Yeah, so unfortunate for Matthew there in the Haas. He was looking so good, so racy. But yeah, going into a tight chicane like this in the third sector, it's sometimes just a little too close for comfort. Team Mac continuing to make inroads on Lunar, now just out of that DRS range as we're coming through the Sector 3 chicane and about to find the DRS detection point, which I believe is here, and he is within that second mark. But that might be too far back for an overtake. Oh, Lunar goes deep though. T-Mac makes up a ton of time in the two last corners. He's right on the back now, just 2/10 back. DRS open, ERS maybe not even needed. Lunar has not turned his on. He doesn't want to defend this. Lets T-Mac have the inside. And around they go. So the highest of our guys that have already made a stop is T-Mac. Let's go. How do I do this? Gap to leader. So T-Mac has made a pit stop and he's only 12 seconds off the lead right now. Oh, and Nerdy's around! Nerdy's lost his
Oh
front wing!
no!
Just leaving the hairpin.
Oh, we gotta
Nerdy
watch
lost
out.
traction, leaving the hairpin.
Struggling a lot there with the traction. But it is away now.
Drive-through penalty, speeding under safety car.
Oh, safety.
Oh, safety car's out.
Oh, this changes everything.
Wait, so what penalty just happened?
So
A drive-through for Gino. There's no way that's legit.
Yeah, so
There's
Uncle
no
Gino
way that he
got
got
a
a 12-second
drive-through.
countdown.
That is weird. I mean, the safety
There's
car
no
just
way.
came out.
Yeah, there's no way that Gino got a legit penalty. There's gonna be a lot of penalties that we gotta remove.
Oh yeah.
But that's fine. They just gotta make tickets. They gotta make a what do they call it? An incident report ticket.
Yep.
Just show us a clip of how unfair it was, and we'll correct all the mistakes EA makes.
And a lot of guys jumping into the pits now.
Yeah.
Oh, Lunar with 5 seconds speeding into the pit lane.
Wow, that one we can't remove. That one's got to be an unforced driver error there.
Oh, Uncle Gino with another 5 seconds speeding into the pit lane.
Does he know that he can't serve the
Zoom
drive-through
with
under
a
safety
5
car?
second penalty speeding into the pit lane.
Z-Man! Oh my gosh. Doing himself no favors.
Also,
right now I'm on board with Hemi Kid watching Burnt Mylander really push track limits in his little Aston Martin. Boy, is that car ever slow.
Zoom serving, I think it was his 10-second penalty there. So now, let's see here, what's penalties looking like? Yeah, so Zoom still with another 10 seconds left. Matthew has 3 seconds. Uncle Gino with a drive-through and 5 seconds. Nerdy with 3 seconds, and Lunar with a 5-second penalty. Wow. Quite a list of penalties we've got so far, and now the tires
all under
have
the
switched
safety
up.
car. Yeah, so speaking of tires, we have the whole field on hards except for T-Mac, who's put on softs, I assume, to jump through the rest of this field. And Hemi Kid's still on his same mediums. Just wanted the race lead for a bit. A place he was so used to being at last season.
Also, didn't see your message there. Shira, welcome in. He said, "What am I watching? Dry race." Indeed, it is a dry race. All right, so let's see here. So Taylor's onto the soft tires. We've got Sibes, Daniel, Lunar, Nerdy, and the rest of the grid really below them on the hards, and we got Hemi Kid that stayed out on his mediums.
Yeah, thanks for recapping my recap.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. Let's look at position changes. I'll let you do that one. I haven't done that one yet. Looks like a Christmas tree if you go on that one.
Let's, do I want to see it? Oh, my.
Go ahead,
wow.
try and recap
Alright,
it.
so, okay, so we got
Tell the story of this race so far.
Heavy Kid started in third. He got up all the way to first now. He did not pit, so he's still on his old tires. Saib started in first. He's now lost 1 position to Hammy Kid. Currently, Daniel with a really good safety car. He's 4 places up from where he started. We got Taylor 2 places down. However, Taylor's been pretty fast so far this race, but has just been doing a lot of pit stops. We got Lunar, who is 3 places up. He started in 8th. Nerdy, with his unfortunate spin, is now down to 6th, so he's 2 places down from where he started. Uncle Gino up into 7th, so 3rd place is up from, or 3 places up from where he started. Safety car also in this lap. Matthew starting at, he's 3 places down. He started in 5th. Panzer has not moved at all yet. And Zoom, who started in 6th, is now down to 10th. Wow. And that
So
is
what I'm finding
safety car
interesting
in.
here is Hemi Kid is still on his mediums on lap 12 on a safety car restart, doing a really late restart.
Oh,
We're
Matthew
we're
almost
driving
got
again. There's chaos in the back.
Matthew almost got a real good jump there.
Hang on. Is that? That's a that's an Alfa Romeo without a front wing. Z-Man doesn't have a front wing. What happened?
Oh, yeah. Zoom does have a
What
front
has
wing.
happened to Z-Man today?
Did he do you think he had contact with Penzer again?
I think there was a messy safety car restart. Perhaps someone accelerating or braking unexpectedly, and that stuff can just happen. Sives has jumped Daniel, so he's back up in a second. Daniel's been very racy. He looks to have a quite a low downforce setup at this track right now. Oh, the gaps are all too close. Where do we look for a battle? It's an absolute train everywhere. Lunar Sauce going side by side with T-Mac. Oh, and that lets Nerdy by!
Oh, bit of contact there with the
Lunar,
Haas.
hang on to it, Lunar, hang on to it! Jeez, Uncle Gino just gets by Lunar. Lunar is super shaky on the grass. Now Daniel
watch
side
out
by
for the
side
Red
with
Bull there.
Hemi Kid. T-Mac has gotten ahead of Nerdy. Those softs really doing him a lot of favors.
Going for the lead, Daniel.
Daniel and Hemi Kid still side by side. T-Mac right behind them. 3 different compounds at the top of the field. Where does everybody go? Really hard to do switchbacks. Oh, the absolute grip from T-Mac to go around the outside of Hemi Kid.
Yeah, those softs really helping him there. Oh, we're gonna go
Another
3
battle right
wide
in front of
here.
Matthew. We have Nerdy and that was
Oh,
Sive going off.
watch
A
out for your
previous race
teammate.
leader now down in 6th.
Oh my, what is happening here?
These cars absolutely everywhere. Oh, where's the gaps? I don't know how to commentate on stuff like this. It's too hectic.
We're
I want to see T-Mac pushing Daniel. Oh my gosh, that got close to contact between T-Mac and Daniel.
oh, there's
T-Mac,
contact
even though
between Nerdy and Matthew again. They're going. Oh,
Woo! Hasses have punted.
what just happened there? The same very corner where they tried to overtake each other before. They had contact again.
Oh my gosh. Do you think they would have learned their lesson from the first couple of times around? That's been a messy corner for those 3 before, and it has happened once again. So Daniel out of ERS, but still holding off T-Mac for another straight.
Sibes into the pits now. Looks like he...
Yeah, to replace that front wing.
Front wing damage for him. Zoom has replaced his wing. He's still running.
Yeah, he'll be coming back around. I don't imagine he'll catch up to this pack quite yet, but he's putting in clean laps at the moment.
He's definitely going to be praying for a safety car.
Yeah, we need this field to close back up, but again, not too much. As there's action in the front. Matthew's just gotten past Lunar. So the story of the Red Bulls so far have been absolutely double-sided. Lunar up 4 positions in 4th. And the man who started on pole position, Sives, down in 9th, down 8 positions. Daniel up 6th, leading the race in front of T-Mac. But T-Mac has been all over the back of him, of course, thanks to that fresh, softer rubber. Daniel also on fresh tires, but they are hards compared to Daniel's softs. What type of drive advantage does that get out of the final corner? Daniel gets a good one. Overtake on, DRS open for T-Mac. Finds the inside on Daniel, not going to be a battle. Lunar within DRS of Matthew, but not close enough to make a position up just yet. Nerdy has just gotten within DRS of his old nemesis Hemi Kid. They're now no longer fighting for the lead, or even 2nd place, but now for 6th. Lunar again having a moment through that 2nd chicane. Those Red Bulls seemingly not having the rear end to manage that.
A lot of track limit penalties right now.
Really hard to reverse those ones, boys. That is just how the game works. Nerdy all over the back of Hemi Kid. The pace difference is showing itself once again.
Oh, Uncle Gino had a bit of a moment there. Losing the rear end.
Sometimes it's hard to know where to look. Oh, Hemi Kid has a moment out of the double right-hander downhill.
Yep.
Nerdy does not want to go side-by-side with another Haas car through the chicane, though. Not getting the exit that Hemi Kid got. But Nerdy has plenty of battery and will have DRS to get by him on the straight. Speaking of get by, T-Mac is ahead of Daniel as they enter the pit straight. Nerdy all over the back of Hemi Kid. Hemi Kid not even going to fight this one. No point even turning the battery on, he thinks. There goes Nerdy around the outside of turn 1 up to the inside of turn 2. The left-right-left chicane.
That is through.
At least we have one thing to commentate on, though.
Oh,
At least there's just one battle at the moment. I was losing my voice last race in the sprint, and I was beginning to in the first 8 laps of this race once again, as Tier 2 never seems to be able to keep themselves calm enough, even around a track where it's like, you know what, there's not a lot of overtaking opportunities. Tier 2 doesn't listen to that, and they go for it anyway. So it gives us a lot to commentate on. But things have now settled down a little bit. Everyone's getting into their race pace once more. T-Mac really making those softs work. Pulling a big gap on Daniel.
Those old mediums not serving well for Hemi Kid. He's struggling to keep with those new set of hard tires for Nerdy.
I bet she's doing a one-stop and trying to go on the softs, though. As we cross over, we're past the halfway point of this race, and he's still going on those mediums. Does he pit this lap? It's probably too early to get on the softs now, so I do reckon he'll go around again. No, I'm wrong. What do I know? What do I know about racing?
Nerdy is catching Panzer. I don't think he's gonna have enough room.
Where's that race pace come from? Panzer with 30% battery, Nerdy with 52. Nerdy's been taking every opportunity that's come his way. Thinks about it the second chicane. Just wants to let Panzer know he's there. Gets a way better run into the first turn than Panzer, but of course no way around. Up into the hairpin where Nerdy lost it earlier in this race. Gets great acceleration. Battery on. Is he thinking about it around the outside here? Oh, Panzer had battery on too. Around the outside, Nerdy goes! There's still a charge!
Oh, wow.
Nerdy backing out of it into the right under. No! You were
Wow.
Clean racing, Panzer gets a great drive. Nerdy's got a defender for the chicane now. Oh, that looked absolutely beautiful from above on broadcast.
Oh, watch out for the
please tell me you
braking.
got that.
Oh
Please
yeah,
tell me
I
you
got
that on broadcast.
everything.
Oh, that was wonderful. Panzer's still right there. These boys have been draining battery now, attacking and defending from each other. Here comes a pit straight. Nerdy with a bit more to play with. Who gets to get better drive and exit out of this last corner. Nerdy's already around. He's gone. Panzer gets his drive. Panzer gets his DRS. Battery not on, though. He'll close in, but he'll take a different time to overtake. What a side... I've never seen any pair of drivers go side by side through the double left, double right here in Imola, but you've seen it now.
Wow.
I hope I didn't clip out of there. That was exciting to watch. Move of the season, easy contender right there. Brave driving, respectful racing, everything within track limits. I mean, just wow.
Oh, watch out,
Absolutely
no!
wow. No, Nerdy, no, not again, not the same place. Nerdy has his front wing this time. He's back on track.
Oh, I could see by the first little twitch he made. I could just see that coming.
I wonder if he doesn't have the force feedback in his wheel to be able to recognize those. That's twice in one race. You gotta just short shift there, Nerdy. Take the safe route.
Yeah.
And there's now a yellow flag for Z-Man, who's off. Off in the second chicane.
Oh, he's also struggling with his rear tires. But Rassam putting in chat there, Nerdy, that was ballsy. Yeah, that was one hell of a move.
Ballsy, brave, and beautiful. Maybe it's CoverGirl, maybe it's Nerdy Dark Chocolate. That was gorgeous. Look, I'm no Crofty, but I do have cool sayings. I don't care who you are, where you come from. I like some of the things I say.
I think we could use that as the title though. That's pretty good. But oh
Oh, another car's off. Who's that?
no, nerdy,
Panzer!
nerdy and
Oh, not
Panzer.
nerdy again.
Oh, watch out, nerdy.
Whoa! Oh my
Ooh.
gosh, that scared the crap out of me. Sibes, how did you survive that?
Wow, that
Somebody
was
please clip that up. Sibes, I need your clip from that. Oh my gosh, how did you survive that?
so close.
How did you... What? I'm sure I clipped out there with my volume, but oh my goodness. Did he even lift?
I don't
That was
know.
reminiscent of Kimi Räikkönen through the smoke. He sees some carnage going on and goes, you know what? It's green flag. I'm still going. So that's shaking up our order once again. The bottom four of the grid have not had the best of days. What are the position changes there, Marco?
Hold on. We gotta move a Panzer and Sibes here. I'm not sure if Panzer
Yeah,
was actually just giving
Panzer
a
Sibes
position
changes
there.
it. Perhaps he was. I think he was.
Yeah,
He
was
had
just
slowed down
moving the
considerably.
side. See, nerdy also. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
and Panzer's come in. I think Panzer's tires are dead. After, hang on, how many laps did he do on those? Detail,
16.
tire. Oh, 16. Okay, so he had done a huge stint. 17 laps on those.
Yeah.
Please tell me he's going on the soft tire then. Panzer, let's see you racing at the end. Oh, he is going on the soft.
Yeah.
Hello, Panzer. We won't write you out just yet. That's a good time to be on the soft. T-Max put in 10 laps already on his softs. We just need one more safety car, boys. We need one more. But yeah, the position changes are the front 6 had been all in the green.
Oh yeah.
Well, now it's the front 5 all in the green. Now it's the bottom 5 all in the red.
So now we have.
Yeah,
some,
recap it since we don't have a battle going on.
Yeah. So right now Mackenzie's in a good spot. He's all the way up in first. He started in second. Daniel once again. He's doing really well. He was 4 places up before. He's now taking second. So he's now 5 places up. Then Matthew has recovered a bit. He's now 2 places up from where he started in 5th. Lunar now 4 places up, so he's in 4th. Uncle Gino with a really, really good race so far. He started in last place. He's all the way up in the middle of the grid. And that is Oh, he was from there.
Yellow flag for Lunar, yeah. Lunar was around, but he's going
wait,
again.
yeah, Luna. There's too many blues.
Hurry up with your recap. There's battles coming.
Oh god, okay. Sibes off a really bad race so far. He's down in the 5th. Oh, sorry, you were... My bad. I see now.
Yeah, Sibes is closing in the back of Uncle Gino. Our pole sitter is within half a second there.
Panzer
Z-Man had a rough sector 2 last lap, and Panzer's all over the back of him on his fresh softs.
Oh.
I know you were given those position recaps, but we have a lot of drivers with penalties that could still shake up the order a ton.
Oh, yeah.
So you recap what you're seeing, because I'm watching Sibes and Gino at the moment. Oh, hang on, what happened to Mac? Oh, Mac is just pit. So Mac did go for the medium soft. He's now on a fresh set of softs. Daniel takes the lead of the race. Where does Team Mac come out? It looks like it'll be behind Matthew. There's our safety car. There is our safety car.
Can we see what happened to Zoom? I think he, I don't know if he crashed or if he just retired there.
Oh no, that's not. Where is Seaman's car? Oh, it's already off the track.
Yeah.
I have no idea what happened.
We have,
Uncle Gino again, 5 seconds speeding into the pit.
Ooh, you guys gotta learn
3 seconds
from that.
for
track limits.
Track limits, yeah. Jeez, why couldn't I get that out?
So Uncle Gino
So Daniel beat the safety
there.
car out, so every car is gonna have to pass it and go around again. No, you're okay, Hemi. Keep going. Oh no, don't tell me Hemi Kid's gonna get disqualified here. Hemi Kid, just drive, please. Oh, that was you could tell that was PTSD from Hemi Kid. He saw the safety car and thought, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, and why is everyone behind Hemi going so? Oh, they're just coming out of the pits, that's why. Oh, where's Panzer come out? He passes the Ferrari of Uncle Gino. But that's it. He'll have to shuffle in behind Nerdy and Lunar.
Yep.
So what, 8 laps left to go now, and we have drivers in places they've never been in before, drivers in places that they shouldn't be in, drivers in places that they're happy to be in, drivers in positions that they want to be out of. I mean, wow. This is all over the place.
Let's have a quick look at the. Oh, let's have a quick look at. That's the wrong button. Let's have a quick look at the penalties. Okay, so Uncle Gino with 8 seconds of penalties right now.
Surely it's been more. Oh, you know what? He's probably been serving a few.
Yeah.
How did T-Mac just pass Matthew? Oh, Matthew.
Yep.
No, Daniel Pitt. Daniel Pitt. Okay, I was wondering what was going on there. So Daniel Pitt.
No,
Oh, and
no.
T-Mac let him have the lead still.
Yeah.
What happened there?
I'm so
Anyway,
confused.
Daniel still has the lead. Oh, you know what? That happened to me last race in Imola with the Delta coming back out when the leader had to go around again. So maybe T-Mac had a Delta all of a sudden again for Daniel.
Okay.
Perhaps. That's just a theory.
But right now we still have Nerdy with 3 seconds worth of penalties. We got both Red Bulls for 3 seconds. And we got Matthew up in third with 6 seconds penalties.
And may I just change the phrasing to Uncle Gino has only 8 seconds left for penalties? Because I imagine he had served a couple. For him to only be on 8 seconds, I thought he was going to be on double or certainly not triple digits, but yeah, double seconds, yeah, double-digit seconds worth of penalties.
He served that 5 seconds in the pits when he went onto the mediums.
Yeah, for the first speeding one, yeah. So the safety car surely won't be coming in this lap, as the field still has to catch up. But yeah, we got drivers that have, you know, got potentially career best finishes on hand here. Drivers that would love to be further up the order, but you know that's racing with how it goes sometimes. For where they're at on track. So Daniel and T-Mac have been awfully racy. Daniel, hang on, let me get to the tires before I just start making stuff up. So Daniel's on one fresher lap of softs. Matthew's on a fresh set of mediums. Hemikid's still on 6-lap-old hards. Saib's on brand new mediums. Nerdy's done a lap on his softs. Panzer's done 3 laps on his softs. And Lunar and Gino have both done a lap on their mediums. So everybody on a tire that can easily last them to the end of this race. You got the Haas's side by side, you got the Red Bulls side by side, you got the Williams sandwiching most of the grid. Gino sitting at the back of it. Gino had a beautiful race going on for him earlier, but perhaps pit strategy or even just race paces, seeing him go back to the back of the grid. Z-Man with one of the most unluckiest and weirdest races I have ever seen a driver have, with the amount of incidents he was involved in and the penalties that he was getting, has now DNF'd. So the Alfa Romeo of Nerdy, who was looking like a shoo-in for the win at one point, is now sitting back down in 7th place with a penalty. Although the 2 drivers ahead of him are equal with their 3-second penalty, so that is a race on track. Hemikid will know that. Behind him, the drivers have penalties, so he's got to, if he does let someone by on his older, aging, and soon-to-be, or I guess now cold, hard tires, that all he has to do is stick within 3 seconds of them to gain those positions back. Matthew's got a lot of work to do to not lose positions on track at the line for that 6-second penalty. An even bigger ask for Gino to go up a couple of positions with those 8 seconds. Panzer, again, just has to stick within that gap. 4-lap-old softs, I imagine those tires will still last him to the end with a fair amount of grip. So everything's to play for. It's going to be tight racing all over the place. Someone's going to make the tiniest mistake, and everybody's going to go for the open door. So there's going to be a lot to watch for.
Yeah, I think so far with how the other safety cars have gone, I think we're in for another exciting one.
Let's make sure we're always on broadcast mode, because these cars are going to be all over the place with position changes. It's going to be hard to say names, but let's just watch this track action unfold. When do we go, Daniel? When do you launch? A lot of weaving happening for everybody at the moment. When do you go, Daniel? Around the penultimate corner.
There he
goes.
Does
he hold off? No, he's gone. He's gone.
Oh, that's a really good start.
It's a great jump on Matthew. Or, sorry, not Matthew, T-Mac. And behind everybody's single file at the moment. Nerdy's right behind Lunar, but not close enough to make a move in turn 1. We are all well behaved so far. Nerdy looking incredibly racy behind Lunar, though. I'm moving to the second chicane. He pokes his nose out, makes Lunar defend it. Goes for a switchback, perhaps? No. How can Nerdy behave himself into the hairpin? Goes up the inside! A little bit of a wheel bang! Can't get the car quite rotated. Lunar hangs on to that position.
Gotta watch out, you got Panzer right behind you too.
Sides going side by side with Hemi Kid, he's by.
Oh, is he looking for a move here? He sends it, and he's through. Lunar around the outside of that corner there. Panzer looking at a move. We've seen this happen before. Nerdy going straight on through there.
Nerdy thinking, just let me keep myself in this race. Gino and Panzer now getting real racy into the final 2 corners. Gino does let Panzer have that position, but he's lost a lot of time. He's already a second back from Panzer. Panzer lost a lot of time just going side by side. Nerdy battling with Lunar going into turn 1. Sives and Hemi Kid were swapped in position.
Oh, both Red Bulls under pressure.
Nerdy still, Nerdy still can't get around Lunar. No, go around, commentate what you see. I'm just letting you know. Nerdy, does he think about it again into the chicane? No! Nerdy with a 3-second time penalty cutting the second chicane. Around the hairpin, opening up that steering wheel. Gets good traction out of there. Battery's on. Won't be able to make a move though. Think wiser of it, Nerdy. Oh, he gets awfully close to the back of Lunar. He's hanging on to it though. Lunar's gonna know he's there. It's a 10th difference around this track. He gets a better drive. Lunar has a mistake. Nerdy's out. Nerdy's out and around. Daniel gets a time penalty, 3 seconds. T-Mac doesn't even have to pass him now. He's still gonna be trying. DRS, is it enabled yet? I don't think so.
No, it's gonna be enabled.
It'll be available next lap though. Yeah. So the next time they're on the pit straight, DRS will be open for these drivers. Oh, where are these battles? Matthew's really tight on the back of T-Mac and Daniel. As they've broken away from Sibes. Who was broken away from Hemi Kid, who was broken away from Nerdy. Who has gotten around Lunar, by the way.
Oh, wow.
There's going to be a lot of clips. Gino's caught up to the back of Panzer. Gino's showing great race pace this race. Can't say we've seen it from Gino all the time, but he has looked mighty fine this weekend. T-Mac having a bit of a moment out of the hairpin. Losing a little bit of time to Daniel. Matthew's still on the back of T-Mac. The top 3 not leaving each other alone. It seems to be our closest battle on track right now. Those front 3-4 tenths away from each other each. Daniel just getting beautiful runs out of every corner. Matthew all over the back of T-Mac, wanting to go a little bit quicker than the chicane. Towards the end of this race, in these final 3, well, what do we got? 29, 30, 31, 6. So we have 4 laps left of racing. Those softs are going to start falling off, and these mediums with Matthews are going to start coming into their own for overall grip around a lap.
Sibes also into the picture now.
Yeah, Sibes is no longer 2 seconds down. He took the fastest lap of the race. He's put his hat in for this win.
Matthew going on the inside.
Matthew thinks about it for Mackenzie.
The outside.
Just doesn't have the room to slot his car up that position.
The whole side.
Panzer and Gino right swapping back and forth. Nothing doing for Panzer and Gino into turn 1. Uncle Gino lets Panzer have that back. You keep commentating the front. I'm just watching these back couple.
All good.
Hemi Kid just can't do anything on his hards, and Nerdy's around him.
Oh,
Hemi Kid had a mistake out of the hairpin. Lunar's around him. So Nerdy now released into fresh air. We're going to ignore penalties at the moment, folks. Panzer now right on the back of Hemi Kid. Hemi Kid's hards have not fired up. They have not given him the grip he's wanted in these final coming laps. The front four have not left each other alone.
Looking at him move down the
We're on the
outside.
outside,
Oh!
and he's bottomed out on the curb. He's bottomed out on the curb. He's gone deep. Keep
Nerdy's
that
right
car in a
here.
straight line.
Nerdy catching up so much right there.
Nerdy sees the mistake and wants to jump on the opportunity that's presented itself. So the front four has now become a front three. Matthew swapping positions with Sibes.
Panzer also right on the back of Hennekid now.
Yeah, Hemmikid's
DRS.
12 lap old hards. They'll have grip, but not the
Oh!
peak grip that he wants.
Thought he was going to be running into the back of there. Looking back at the front.
So the back three are tight and the front three are tight. Nerdy's still on the back of Matthew. T-Mac gets a great run out of the double left. How's the double right handle for them all? Sibes takes it a little shallow. Daniel has a bit of the moment out of the bottom of the right. Doesn't defend though. The front two are out of battery. They're flashing. Sibes has 22% left. 24 now as we break for the little chicane. A little moment for Sibes leaving it though. These front three are all draining battery, battling each other. All three of them know that coming across the line first is on the cards here. T-Mac will know he just doesn't have to get a penalty here, and it's pretty much a shoo-in for him. But I know that's not the way T-Mac rumbles.
And Sibes got a really good
Sibes,
slip
DRS
here.
open, DRS on, gets the inside line of T-Mac. Broadcast cam is going to show this. They're still going to go side by side into one.
Oh, great.
Bullies himself up the inside, make sure he gets that move done, and it is done. T-Mac thinks about it in the second chicane, pokes his nose in.
Matthew
Doesn't
Nerdy
do anything for it,
back
though.
at it again.
These two haven't left each other alone all race. Matthew back up the inside on his softs, or on his mediums compared to
There's
Nerdy's softs.
contact
They bump
again.
again. They're both off. Reminiscent of Lewis and Max in 2021 Brazil. Now around the hairpin, can Nerdy go around the outside? Can't get the grip that he wants on his now aging softs. I told you those mediums are going to come into their own. Stives now all over the back of Daniel. Daniel's sliding every time he leaves that second right. Gino's gotten past Hemmikid. Hemmikid has fallen down the order considerably ever since the restart. Those hards doing him no favors.
Uncle Gino really struggling right now.
Yeah, Gino picking up another penalty for track limits. Hemmikid all over the back of him.
Terry McKenzie now has the DRS.
These front three aren't leaving anybody alone. Sibes is going to have a run on Daniel. Nobody has any battery left to play with. They're all in single digits.
This is the last lap to make
Around the
overtakes.
outside,
Oh, oh my God.
Sibes has it. T-Mac is watching these two go side by side to exit the chicane. Daniel back in front of Sibes, but they're going side by side in the second chicane. Sibes just backs out to take a cleaner line. Then they're going to switch back on Daniel.
He's off track.
They're both through. Daniel's in third. Sibes now is back in front. What a race he's had.
No!
Now
He's
back into first. That doesn't tell the whole story. Daniel's off. This is inviting Matthew back into the podium conversation.
Matthew right through. Oh my. It's going to be a fight to the death between this Red Bull and this Aston Martin.
Nerdy having so much pace through these corners, just can't find a line by. Still on the back of Lunar, still on the back of another guy with medium tires.
Oh my God, there's too many battles right now.
Oh, it's so hectic all over this track.
Gonna jump back up here. Doesn't look like Taylor's gonna be able to make a move, so we'll get back to... Oh wait, actually, hold on.
When in doubt, watch the leaders, Marco.
Hold on.
Taylor with the DRS open.
Oh, that's so close.
Across the line. T-Mac will get it because the penalty, but Sibes comes across the line first.
Lunan and Nerdy
As
side by
shake
side.
themselves back out. Matthew will take third position. No, Daniel jumps him. Daniel made it to the line. Daniel takes his podium. And Hemmikid is
Oh my.
a clean race from Hemmikid. Consistency paying off. Oh my gosh, Marco, I wanted 5 more laps at least of that. That was amazing. That was high quality racing action.
Look, I can tell you, Tier 2 has its fair share of of battle of or sorry of contact and crashes, but man, can it deliver some really good overtakes sometimes.
Jeez. Well, folks, I know you paid for the whole seat. You're not going to need it. You're going to be sitting on the edge watching all of Tier 2 races when they go like this.
You can see. Oh, do I just
You
hate
just
seeing
you just
Aston
wait till
Martin
this
on the
grid
podium
keeps
so
filling back
often.
up. You just keep waiting when this grid keeps filling up.
We
We're
currently
supposed to have.
have in both tiers the Aston Martin team winning.
Hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. We like a little bit of green on the top step. So T-Mac, great race. You handled it well. You kept it calm, cool, and collected. You did only what you had to do. Uh, but
and
before
just
we talk to him, we have to go see if Daniel is in the Williams chat. Is he?
and we I'll check now, but can I just say that Hammy Kid just went from I think it was 10th to 5th?
10th to 5th, thanks to those penalties. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, we currently have Sibes in the call, and we that's the only person.
T-Mac's on this call and Daniel's on this call?
No.
Well, I guess we go to Sibes then.
All right. All right.
Sibes. An
Hello.
amazing pole position lap. You go from first to second of the race, but that did not tell the story of what happened. Talk us through some of those moments there.
Yeah, it was after the first safety car. Just kind of couldn't get into a rhythm, trying to get past Hemi Kid at the front there, and knew I had the pace on him in corners, but he had better straight line, so trying to find a spot and kind of threw myself out into the gravel a couple times, and then the 3-car pile up in the chicane there, and I lost my wing, so I had to pit for a new wing, and that threw me way to the back, and thankfully saved by another late safety car. Got to pit for softs, and the rest is there.
Yeah, crossing the line in first position, but of course a penalty had demoted you to second. But coming back through on the podium, second place, still a good haul of points. You're in this title conversation now, so welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, feeling it. Feeling good.
Yeah, that pace was amazing. Keep it up.
Thank you.
All right. We don't have anybody else in the calls. If you, we can maybe go check
Anyone you
with.
want to interview?
Want to go check with Alphas?
Yeah, Nerdy had I think overtake of the century so far. So let's go talk to them because they had a tale of two different stories in Alpha.
Yep.
Fellas, still on stream. Just so you guys know, Nerdy, some of the overtakes you were pulling off there, the grip you had through the corners and the runs that you could have on people, just tough making some of the overtakes stick. It seems like you're battling with a Haas every single lap. Talk us through that race, man.
To be honest with you, I really felt like I had the pace tonight. I made a lot of unforced errors, made a lot of mistakes. I was trying to dig deep to close the gap to the guys up front, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, I mean, just a hard-fought race. It seemed like nothing could go your teammates' way. Z-Man, Zoom, anything you wanted to comment on?
Nah, I have no comments about tonight. I just didn't perform. Nothing I can do bad.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Marco, let's go back to the box and close this out, though.
All right. Well, good race, boys. Wow. That is that
Wow,
was
does
a hectic
close
race.
describing what we just saw.
I mean, wow. It was a mixed emotions race. It was it was brilliant overtakes mixed with some real how can I say this in the nicest way? There was some messy moments for sure.
It was messy, but that's all in the name of entertainment. So to
But
give you a quick recap, T-Mac wins his first race in Tier 2, with Sibes coming home in second, and Daniel rounding out that third spot. That pace was there the whole night, and it paid off for him, so he comes home in third. The Haas team finishing on different ends of the track, but finishing both fourth and fifth thanks to penalties. What gets removed and what doesn't is still to be sorted out in the steward's room later, of course. So all of this is just the provisional pre-stewards final running order. And behind the Haas cars, you had Lunar of the Red Bull and Panzer of the Williams. Of course, both guys had a race of tails all the way up and down the grid, just depending on what was going on track, who was hitting who was pitting when, what safety car was coming out. Nerdy, an unfortunate finish in 8th position. Again, just thanks to penalties, he was racing well all race. And Uncle Gino, I mean, could have finished anywhere on the grid, but it does come home in 9th, brings home 2 points for Ferrari, and Z-Man with our 1 DNF.
Yeah. We'll see as the next races unfold. I think we're gonna have a bit more drivers come in, hopefully throughout the next few races, as the grid starts um, filling up a little bit more, and that's I think when we're gonna see even bigger action when we have a full grid. But that was a good race. That was pretty good performance from all of the drivers. Still going to be a lot to look back on. Make sure that we take the messy moments from today and we improve on that and continue to improve the racing.
And take all the brilliant moments and just keep increasing the quality and quantity of them. Next race, of course, being Miami, which I think every straight there is a DRS straight, so there is bound to be a lot of overtakes in Tier 1 Friday at 9:40 EST. PM, that would be. Of course, we're not morning racers. Nobody here is a morning person. And next week, same time for Tier 2 to hear the same commentators, go over the same drivers, and a lot more new faces to shake up the standings, which of course we can recap next time.
Yep. And I don't quite have the lap of Miami up today, so we're gonna let you guys off right here, right now. Thank you for joining. If you're still here with us, I am Crispy. I was joined today by CMS, and that is it from us.
Yeah, from us at CRR to you, if you want to join, hit up the Discord, get yourself a driver's application ticket, and you can join in on the fun. But for tonight, we're saying peace out.